What's up, everybody? It's Damon from Clutch City Chat. First and foremost, I want to come to you guys and apologize. It's been a while since we posted any videos, myself included. My life has been kind of a whirlwind lately. I'm working overnights now, so it's been pretty crazy. So getting time to do these things has been pretty difficult. But I'm going to rededicate myself, and I promise we will get content to you. I know we probably lost some of y'all's confidence in that, right? But we will be getting it out. Whether y'all watch it or not is up to you. Hopefully you like what we have to post. And so here we go. First and foremost, this one will not be a sports video. So if you were thinking it might be, well, I mean, by the title, I would think you would guess otherwise. But if you are offended by this, that's your right. Bottom line is, I just have a feeling this is going to piss a lot of people off and probably rub some people the wrong way. My Colin Kaepernick post did as well, so it really won't surprise me. If you choose to unfriend me or unsubscribe or whatever, that's your choice also. But I just feel like I need to do some post-election comments on some things that have been going on. And you have every right to comment down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you'd like to share some comments and tell me what you think of what I have to say, or if you have some ideas that you think or that conflict with what I say, that's totally fine as well. You know, we all have our opinions, so it's all conjecture anyway. So just wanted to start out by saying I am a Republican, but that does not mean I support Trump. So when I say I'm a Republican, I was born and raised a Republican, born into a family that was Republicans, and that's just my beliefs that I've gone through, or that I've been raised to believe. And it does not mean that every Republican supports Trump 100%. Now, his policies, we have yet to see what some of his policies are going to be because he danced around a lot of them during his campaign. But I'll say that I don't necessarily support him 100%. I don't support Hillary 100%. I don't support any of the candidates 100%. Trump won. And at this point, I see all these protests going on. Why? What do you think that's going to accomplish? I get it. I understand there's a lot of people offended by the things that he said. He said some really bad stuff, some racist, some misogynistic stuff, some sexist stuff, some really bad stuff. But what is this protest going to do? You're destroying your cities. What is it going to accomplish? You think he's just going to say, "Oh, they don't want me? Well, I guess I'll go home now. I guess I'll just step down and let somebody else take the position." No, it doesn't work that way. He was voted in. Nothing we can do about it now. Bottom line, whether you like it or you don't, whether you supported him or you don't, nothing we can do about it at this point. This is like one of those situations where it's like an ex-girlfriend gives an ex-boyfriend a chance after he cheated on her or something like that, and rather than actually give him the chance that she says she's going to, she just gives him shit every day because she just doesn't believe that he's going to do right by her because of what he did in the past. It's like, you got to give the dude a chance to screw up. If he's going to screw up, fine. We have some things in place for that. Impeachments and all sorts of stuff. We can do something about it then. But as of right now, he is the president-elect. We can't change the election. We can't re-vote. He got the position, and there's nothing we can do about it. Protesting is not going to do anything, like I said, but destroy your cities. And you can do peaceful protests. That's fine. Just get your voice heard. That's fine. But it's still not going to change anything. But burning cars and looting and all that stuff, that's not going to accomplish anything. You're stooping to a low level that's really not going to accomplish anything. And I hate seeing the country falling apart like this over something like that. Here's the thing that really bugs me about this whole process. It's like everyone forgot what they learned in high school or college, for that matter, if you went that far. Do you not remember what happens with government? There's 3 branches of government, all right? All these crazy things that people are afraid he's going to do, he can't just, on a whim, just go nuts and just be like, "I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this." It doesn't work that way. So calm down and let things play out the way they're going to play out. It doesn't work that way. There's 2 other branches of government that can veto whatever he tries to do. So if they don't agree with what he's saying he's going to do, like, "Oh, I'm going to do this crazy crap over here," they can be like, "No, you're not. That's how it works. It's called checks and balances. We learned that in government years ago. All of us did. Some of you might still be. It's pretty basic. There's reasons we have these things, these checks and balances, to make sure that people don't go off their hinges and do some crazy crap like that. All right? So just wait, let things happen as they're going to, and just see. Look, every election, it doesn't matter what happens, somebody's pissed off. There were people that hated Clinton. There were people that hated Reagan. There were people that hated both of the Bush presidents. There were people that hated Obama. Guess what? One side is always going to be pissed off. That's the way it is. One side loses and one side is pissed off. Period. It's just how it works. It sucks, but that's how it is. That's how competition is. In sports, you got one team that wins, one team that loses. You think the Warriors are glad they blew a 3-1 lead? No. It sucks, but that's how things work. One team has to win, and in order for a team to win, the other team has to lose. Same thing in politics. You can't both win. You can't tie. One has to win, one has to lose. Unfortunately, for some people that voted for Hillary or voted for another candidate, their team lost and Trump's team won. I'm sorry. It sucks for some of you. It sucks. I'm sorry. But I will say this. The Electoral College system is broken. When you can win the popular vote by over 200,000 votes and still lose, that makes no sense. How do you get more votes than someone else and lose? I get how the electoral system works. If you win the popular vote in a certain state, you get all those electoral votes. Each state has a different number of electoral votes. So if you win the bigger states, you're bound to win the election. And that's what Trump did. He goes and he wins the bigger states, or enough electoral votes. He had, I think it was 278 electoral votes. So it takes 270 to win. That system is broken because that makes it to where when you're preaching to people about how their votes matter, how their votes count, and go out, vote, it matters. You know, you need to vote. If you're in a state that predominantly every year or every election votes one way or another, and you vote opposite of that, you feel like you're throwing your vote in the trash. So, good example, here in Texas, Texas votes Republican every election. It is dominant. I'm talking like 75, 85%. Like, it's always, like, it's Republican. That's just how it is. So, if you were a person who voted Democratic down here and you voted for Hillary, you feel like your vote was thrown in the trash because it's like, okay, I voted for Hillary, but my vote doesn't count because the state with the Electoral College is going to throw all of its votes towards the Republican Party because the majority voted Republican. So I understand how people are pissed off about that. That, I think, you want to protest something? Protest the Electoral College system because I think that needs to change. I don't think it's going anywhere. It doesn't matter what we do. It ain't going to change. But you never know. Who knows? However, protesting violence and all this other, violent protests, not protesting violence, but violent protests against Trump, it's not going to make him step down. This guy just spent millions of dollars on a campaign and went through all that, and I really highly doubt he's just going to be like, well, they don't like me, so I guess I'm just going to walk away. Every president-elect knows that half the country doesn't like them. That's how it is. You're not going to please everybody. All I ask is, this brings religion into it. I'm also a Christian, so if you are of faith, and it's just pray for the country right now. Pray for the country to come together because, like, we need to stop looking at things as the situations that we have right now. I saw a quote from a pastor the other day online. A friend of mine posted. It said, we need to stop looking at each other as blacks, whites, Asians, Hispanics, Muslims, Christians, Catholics, and we need to stop looking at ourselves as different races and look at ourselves as just a human race. We need to bring ourselves together right now because our country needs unity now more than ever. I think prayer is a strong thing, and we need to be praying for each other. Some of y'all, that might have pissed y'all off just by saying that. That's fine. Turn it off, back out, unsubscribe, dislike, do whatever you want. But I think this country right now needs a lot of prayer and needs people to come together and work together. And whether you like it or not, Trump is part of that. I'm not saying I support the guy. I am a Republican, but I'm not saying I support everything he does or everything he says 100%. So, with that being said, we got to support the guy. We don't have a choice. Another quote I saw, a guy said, hoping that Trump fails as president is like hoping the pilot of your plane screws up or jumps out of the plane. Like, it totally makes sense. It's like, this guy is piloting our country now as our president. So why would you want him to fail? He fails, we fail. He fails, our country is in some deep shit. You don't want that. You want, like, whether you like the guy or not, you want him to succeed, because if he doesn't, we're in some deep shit. So we got to support the guy. Whether you like him or not, we have to find a way to come together, back this guy, give the support he needs, and hope that he makes the right choices. And if he doesn't, again, we have checks and balances to check him at the door and say, whoa, what the hell do you think you're doing? Okay? So everybody just calm down. We can't change the outcome. Just accept it for what it is. Try to make the best of it. Let's move forward. In 4 years, 3.5, whatever, you get another election, you want to kick him out and vote for somebody else, fine, go for it. That's what this is all about. Who knows? Maybe he'll prove everybody wrong and he'll go out and he'll be a great president. You never know. But we got to just come together, stop with all the violence, let everything happen how it's going to happen, let it play out, and let's just see what happens, all right? So, that being said, I hope y'all have a great night. I got to get back to work. This was my lunch break, so I hope y'all have a good night. If you like what you saw, or even if you didn't, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, share, dislike, do whatever you'd like. We're on Facebook and Twitter at Clutch City Chat. I do want to say, I should have said this at the beginning, my views and my opinions that I've expressed here do not reflect those of everybody on this channel. You know, you've got Brian, Hayden, and Jesse that have been contributing to this channel as well. I do not want you to lash out at them. If you do have something in which you do not agree with that I said, lash out at me. This is my personal opinion. But this is just, I felt like this is something I wanted to get out there. And anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed what I put out here today. If you didn't, that's quite all right too. Thank you for checking out the video and checking out the channel anyway. And if you did, please support us. We really, really need the help. We really need the support. It does good for the channel, and we really hope you look forward to the content that we're going to be posting in the future. Anyway, y'all have a great night, and keep on chatting.